Hey guys, what's that? There's a cat. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos recently about a software, uh, video editing software called DaVinci Resolve. I've recently switched to that, and there's a lot of tutorials and stuff. One of the guys I've been watching a lot of is also like a YouTube advice video guy. He does a lot of stuff like that. One of the things he said is, "Don't say hey guys. You're not supposed to do that." Well, I'm going to do that. So now that I've ruined the entire channel by saying hey guys, there's a couple of pool related things I wanted to talk about in this video. And it's possible that either one of them could be its own video, but it's probably not going to happen. I did a video, I don't know, sometime in the last 500 years about a push stroke, a pull stroke, and what I was calling a neutral stroke. And that three pretty broad categories of strokes. And I want to just talk about a couple of other ones that I sometimes use, but I don't think I've ever really talked about them on YouTube or described them at least. The first one I know I've at least mentioned is called dippy. And I do the dippy stroke sometimes when I'm banking, and it works really well for that. It's just a name that I made up. But I started doing it after watching this movie, Pool Hall Junkies, which is not a particularly good movie. You have to suspend your disbelief and think that Ricky Schroeder is like a tough guy and a pool hustler and all that. And I wasn't really able to do that. The main protagonist of the movie, I'm not sure if he plays pool or not, but his stroke that he would do, it's hard for me to even do it. Instead of being like this, push or pull or neutral, it's like this, dippy. That's why I call it dippy. There's a cat. And so one day I'm sitting over there when I had my TV over there, and I watched that movie, and I said, "Well, okay, I like messing with stuff. Let's see if I can duplicate this dippy thing that this guy's doing." And well, what happened was that I duplicated it, I guess, pretty well, and I made a bunch of banks in a row, which was surprising because I didn't think I was going to make any banks in a row with this weird ass thing. It worked pretty well, and there's been times since then that I've done it with bank shots. I've tried several times to get it to work for me reliably for regular shots, one pocket, 9-ball, things like that. Now I'm not going to make anything. But there is a cat. The rule is if the cat is rubbing against my feet, I can't make a ball, and that's pretty much the case. I think the 2012, I went into Derby City, and I only did dippy for banks and one pocket. Good shot, Dave. And I did pretty well in banks. I don't think I got the money. I think I shot well, and I took Shannon Dalton Hill in one pocket, so that was cool. All doing dippy stuff. It was fun. I wasn't particularly competitive. But I don't know, the way to describe it is, I don't know, it's almost like the world's laziest shooting style. Like I said, instead of any kind of a stroke that's even close to level, it's like this. It's cat. What are you doing, cat? You ignore me for all day, and then I start talking to the camera, and there you go. But I don't know, there's still times when I mess with this. didn't say any of this was ever going to be interesting, but it's one of the like stroke styles that I kind of keep going back to. Try it again. If I had been down here and I banked several balls in a row, then I might be like all of a sudden, well, I got to try this for one pocket. Maybe it'll work for one pocket. I continue to look for a shooting style that will work for both banks and one pocket for me. Haven't found it yet. Such a style for me may not exist. One of the things about this dippy style is it kind of has a built-in speed of at least medium, and having to hit stuff soft like you have to a lot in one pocket, it wasn't working nearly as well for me. The squirt characteristics of the shots were unfamiliar to me, and I hardly ever give stuff enough time to fix itself. I just move on to something else. But I do keep going back to that because it's fun for me. When I shoot with like that and balls are going in, it's almost like magic. I've had times in the past with just ridiculously hard shots for me, and if I dip it in, sometimes like if that 7 just flown right in the pocket, and sometimes things like that have happened for me, and I'm just like, okay, well, that was cool. And I like that. I like that magic feeling. I'm not even having to try for a shot. That 7 should have went right in the pocket. I'm not shooting very good right now. There's a cat. Did I mention that there's a cat? She's gonna follow me around and rub against my feet. Anyway, so that's one of the shooting elements that I mess with, and I do feel like it has potential for me, but I've never fully realized that potential. The other thing I've been just messing around with the last couple of days is something that at one point I thought Efren was doing it. I've since watched more of Efren shooting, and that's not what he's doing. But remember I talked about push and pull and a neutral stroke. Another kind of subcategory of that would be just letting the cue fall. Don't pull it, don't push it. Just on your backswing come up, and then just let it fall. I hate when I'm trying to talk and shoot, but I keep doing it. So the problem with this falling stroke is that there's a maximum speed of that. Try to go any harder, then you end up pushing or pulling and not just letting it fall. But for regular shots, you don't have to move the cue all around too much. Just let the stick just kind of fall down. Gravity falls down straight, which would drive the cue forward. And so it can be pretty good. Not a lot of ways to screw it out as far as accidentally stroking weird or something, because gravity's all it's doing is stroking. Cat. What's going to happen is I'm going to stop the camera, and she's going to go back upstairs. I'm never going to see her again tonight. But for right now, I probably can't see that. That's what she does. Sometimes. I think that's all. I'm not doing videos, and I didn't do them for a while because of the ankle. and my ankle is much better now. As far as I don't feel any pain, just a little bit of stiffness. I think my ankle might be full of scar tissue now or something, which is better than what it was, because I can walk now. I can even do this on one leg. And 2 weeks ago there was no way in hell I was going to try that. So I'm just trying to get my stroke back halfway decent and get my give a shit factor back. I've had a problem with my give a shit factor for a couple of months now. Even before Derby City, I had a problem with getting motivated about it, getting excited about it. Trying to get that back. A lot of like the new Q smell I've been calling it with the Richard Black. A lot of that started to wear off now, so I'm not as excited anymore because I have the new Q. Overcut. I'd rather overcut than undercut. Don't know why. Either way is still a miss. I'm gonna stop the camera. Oh, the other thing I'm not supposed to do, I'm not supposed to say, hey guys. And I'm not supposed to come up here and like summarize. Like I always come up here and summarize at the end. And he says, well, let's give the user permission to leave. Okay, you have permission to leave. Bye. But if you just have the damn thing on, then sometimes I stand up here and summarize, and I'm not going to apologize for it. And the next thing I'm going to do that you're not supposed to do is run some credits because I think they're funny. Bye, guys. Oh, you're not supposed to say bye, guys, either. Bye, guys.